York City live and in our studios. And we're here to tackle another Friday for you. Thank you so much for being along with us. My name is Frank Allan. Thank you so much for being with us. We are going to be with you for the next hour. As we always do, we get together and indulge in conversation and we have a lot of fun. And this is the time that maybe you're at work now, or you're just getting up, or you're ready to go to bed. We're all over the world in different time zones. And we invite you to stay with us if you're up. We invite you to stay with us for as long as you can. And all of you guys who have been with us all of this time, we broadcast live on three different places. We broadcast live on Facebook, we broadcast live on YouTube, and not to mention Instagram. So we thank all of you guys for being along with us. In the program, boy, we've got a solid one for you. We've got a lot to talk about, and you're going to be involved into it. All you have to do is just type in there and let us know what you want to talk about, and we will actually indulge you. I will see you right there on the big screen, and of course, I will entertain you by entertaining your thoughts and your questions or whatever you have to do. Later on, in just a few minutes, as a matter of fact, Brian Camp is going to call in early and give us the latest developments in today's world of sports. That's all on Sports Update. That's coming up not too far away, just a few minutes, so don't blink an eye. Also, later on in the program, 20 to the hour, DJ Pete will be here, and he'll give us his part of his feature on his show called Entertainment. And he's going to be entertaining you by giving you information about the entertainers, reciting all of those birthdays and all kinds of information that's coming along too. I have my picks of the week for the weekend for the movies that you like, those classic movies, direct from Turner Classic Movies. I have those for you, and so much more. And of course, you and me and all of us all together right here. So again, I want to say hello to all you guys watching us on Facebook. I see you coming in right now. Thank you so much for being here. I want to say hello to all of you guys on YouTube and again on Instagram. Sound the whistles, ring the bells, ring-a-ding-ding, and blow all of the whistles and make all kinds of noise makers. No, it's not an early celebration of New Year's yet. We're just doing that is because the government is not going to close. The government is not going to shut down this weekend. We were on the air last night on Talkback Live, and we were discussing it. Because as you already know, in Washington, D.C., they have their little quirks over there about, the mandation of all of the virus and the mask and the whole nine yards. And three members of the Republican Party wants to throw a monkey wrench into it. I don't know how they did it, but tonight at midnight was supposed to have been the deadline before the government shut down. And 5 minutes after I got off the air last night, I received a news alert on my telephone, and I found it right there. And so when I went to bed last night, I was smiling. It was great. So we don't have to worry about it, at least for a while anyway. We don't have to worry about it. So thank you guys for coming to your senses, whatever you did in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for doing that. And again, so many things to talk about. So you stay right where you are. And just stay there, right? Because we got a lot to talk about. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we do, we start our show each week by raising our cups and, saluting. And I say that word salute because it's the coffee hour. And what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So here we go. The first hit of the day. No strikeouts here. It's very good coffee. Hope you're enjoying yours. A lot of you are at work right now, and you're enjoying the coffee hour. Now, most people, at least in the corporate years when I was there a long time ago, they had what they call the 15-minute coffee break. Now, if they still have those, of course, you're entitled to it. But what we advise you to do is take that 15-minute break, and stay at your desk and enjoy your coffee for that 15 minutes. And then after it's all over, when you have to go back to work, you can continue to watch the show in real time at your computer, at your desk. You know, we couldn't do these things a long time ago because back in the days when I was working corporate, which was about 1 billion years ago, they didn't have computers, they didn't have cell phones, they didn't have iPods, they didn't have any of that. So we had to do everything there. And we want to say good morning to DJ Pete. He just bounced in. He's checking in there on Instagram. He's checking in on Instagram, and of course, he's checking in on YouTube as well. There he is right there, YouTube as well. He's checked right in there, and he's letting us. He's giving greetings all around, all around. So. Thank you guys, and DJ Pete will be here 20 to the hour. There he is. He checked in on YouTube as well. So he's here. Brian Camp is here also with the latest developments in today's world of sports. He's in early today, and the early bird catches the worm, Brian.
Yes, the early word does catches everything. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, Pete. Everybody out there, Instagram, Facebook Live, and YouTube. It's a pleasant day today. It's a pleasant day because we're up and moving. It's better to be viewed, it's better to be seen than to be viewed. Bowing your heads, if you catch the phrase, if you know what I mean. But yes, not gonna be with you long. But in sports, the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame, host of Good Morning America, host of the 10,000-Hour Pyramid, and host of Good Morning America and all those other shows, Michael Strahan is going into space. Space that means outer space. Yes, on December 9th, that's next Thursday, I believe, he would join Laura Shepard, which is the daughter of the late Allan Shepard, former astronaut, and her name. They're going on New Shepard space shuttlecraft. Yes, they're going to be going to space. A lot of people have been doing this, and they're going to be, I think, on leaving our planet and going to another one, just to view. And we wish them a safe liftoff and a safe return back onto Earth, planet Earth, and everything. So that's going to be something great. You know, Michael Strahan is a man of wears many hats. He does a lot of things, and also the host of Fox Sports on Football Sunday and Thursday Night Football. Yes, he's also. I don't know how he does it, traveling 3,000 miles. He does the morning Sunday sports in California. He does the pregame show, does the postgame show, halftime, and everything, and then leaves around 7 o'clock LA time or 8 o'clock LA time just to fly back. I guess they call it a red eye back to New York and get up early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning to do Good Morning America. So he's doing this, and he's also a fine cook. Also, he has this thing that comes on Facebook of recipes that he shares. So congratulations to him.
Maybe you and him should get a show together as a cooks.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, we could share some ideas. I know he does a lot of baking. He's very good with baking.
Why don't you call him? Call him.
Desserts and stuff like that. So he's very good with that.
Yeah. You should give him a call.
So, Major League Baseball, well, the December 1st expiration date of the collective bargaining agreement has now come to where no agreement has been made. They came in on the day before, and they spent 7 minutes, and they walked out, and they could not come to agreement. So there'd be a lockout with the players and the owners, and it's official. And this is the first lockout since 1990, but that was the last one that they had. So no baseball right now. Free agency, no more of that until they come to agreement. Get it out the way, fight it out right now. But when March and April come, spring training and opening day, we want agreement. We want an agreement. So let's get with it. I gotta say, athletes, sports, you need to get vaccinated. A lot of sports teams in the NBA, in the NHL, and in the NFL the coaches and players are being suspended are not coming to play because they've caught the virus. They are in the health and safety protocol. LeBron James was originally had supposed to have been out for 10 days. He's fully vaccinated, but then there was a misreading, so they held him out. But now he had 2 consecutive negative tests, so he'll be back tonight playing against the Clippers, Lakers and Clippers at Staples Center. These 2 teams share the home court, so we're gonna hopefully and just try to get this thing coming up. As you know, we have a new virus that's in our country, right? That's in the United States. There's some in Minnesota, and one in New York, and some in California. So, get vaccinated. If you don't, at least cover your face. If you don't believe in it, that's on you. But cover yourself. We need our sports, but most of all, we need our lives. So, this day in sports, December 3rd, at the 1901, at the meeting, the Milwaukee Brewers franchise is officially dropped from the American League and replaced by the St. Louis Browns. 1944, temporary merger of 2 NFL teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Cardinals, dissolved. They just dissolved but they finished the season. World War II ends before the start of 1945, so both teams resumed normal operations. 1968, Major League Baseball Rules Committee adopts a series of changes to increase the amount of offensive run production. So that's what they wanted to do, because in the 60s, there was a lot of low-scoring runs with all pitching. So what they were doing, they wanted to bring the fans back, because fans want to see home runs and scoring. So what they did was they decreased the strike zone and lowered the height of the pitcher's mound from 15 inches to 10 inches. Because when the higher you are when you pitch, you get more of a good stance and a good throw when you throw to the catcher. So that by them dropping it 5 inches, it was almost level ground, and so it went from 15 inches to 10. More or less, it has worked. And in 1997, the Golden State Warriors terminate guard Latrell Sprewell. I remember this. They terminate his 4-year, $32 million NBA contract for attacking his coach PJ Carlemiso. He was choking him, and that was a bad thing. That was a bad taste for the NBA. PJ Carlesimo is presently on basketball hours on the NBA TV the NBA radio games when he do the games. So, and he's a former coach and former assistant coach in the NBA and ABA as well too. Mm-hmm. And before I say goodbye to everybody, check out West Side Story. It's coming to the theaters. That's my favorite movie. I will be there. I don't care where the theater's at. If I have to do double or triple mask, I will do that. If I have to sit alone, I will sit alone up in the mezzanine or wherever I can find myself, but I will be there. I heard some great reviews on it. It's nothing like the epic one in 1961, but they said that Steven Spielberg did a wonderful job of West Side Story. So Rita Moreno is supposed to be in there too. So make sure you check out my movie, West Side Story.
There's no way they could stream that? There's no way you could stream that instead of going to the movies?
As far as I know, it's going to be in theaters only right now.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
I guess because this is a mega movie from the past. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it comes up, maybe. But I don't think they're doing live streaming right now. Mm-hmm. It might be, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, the original one is going to be on the same day that it opens up in the theaters. So you can look forward to that. Yeah. You got a lot to look forward to.
Well, the original is going to be best. That's just me. I mean, I know every line, every dance number. I practice every time. I go up to the man cave. I blast the TV. I do the Jets are gonna have their way tonight, or boy, crazy boy. You know, I just know it all. I like to do the opening number when the Jets are in the park on the west side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get off the phone, please. I don't want to just take up your time. I'll go crazy. I'll go on and on and everything.
I know you're in a hurry anyway, but look, thanks a lot. We'll catch you back here next week, all right?
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Pete, take care. Everybody else, Leota, if you coming in, hello to you all. Speak to you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, that was Brian Kemp. He knows how to put the show together, right? Okay, that was Brian Kemp with the latest developments in today's world of sports, called Sports Update. He's here every Friday. Also, not to mention, on my show on Thursday night, Talk Back Live, we're doing the latest developments in today's world of sports. Thank you, Brian. Took an early shot at it today. DJ Pete is going to be along later on in the program, 20 to the hour, with his part of the program, and he's going to give you entertainment update, and of course, announce all of those, or like I like to say, recite all of those birthdays of the people of notoriety of this week who are celebrating. And a lot of people are celebrating birthdays. A lot of people are celebrating birthdays now. You know, I can't believe it. It was just a couple of days ago, we were in November, and November went by just like that. It's hard to believe, you know. Here we are in December with the third day of December, and we're trying to do our best. And, you know, I really wish time wouldn't go as fast as it does, because when it does, and I guess everyone could testify to this, when it goes that fast, you get that much older, that much quicker, right? So slow down life. So that's why I always say, take life easy, slow it down. You know, my mom used to tell me when I was a kid, she says, don't grow up too fast. I couldn't understand that. I wanted to be a man at the age of 14 years old. I mean, even earlier than that, at 8 years old, you know, but my mom said, don't grow up too fast. And of course, you know, as you get older, you get wiser, and you start to understand why you shouldn't grow up too fast. So I urge all of you kids out there who want to be men at an early age, or want to be women at an early age, slow it down. You got a lot of time. You got a whole life ahead of you, and you're going to be fine. You know, go to school, get your education, you know, go as far as you can with that, go to college, get a good career, and do whatever you have to do. And by all means, I always tell people, don't deny yourself of anything. If you want something, go out there and get it. I don't know why I said all of that. I don't know why I said that. Hey, listen, if you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. It's the Coffee Hour. It's you and I, and we're all here together, and we'll be here up until 11 o'clock Eastern. We're here every Friday between 10 a.m. and the coppers are coming after me, 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern. And we get together and have a lot of fun. So we thank you so much for being along with us. And thank you for watching us wherever you're watching us, and whatever time you're watching us. You're right there on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We thank you all for being there. Now, listen, if you are a regular, you know the protocol wherever you're watching. If you're watching us on Facebook, you know, you're going to want to maybe tag a friend. You have a lot of friends on your Facebook page. Tag them, bring them along, let them enjoy as we are in the midst of it all right now. And maybe they'll get the hang of this whole thing too, and they'll come back again and again. If you're watching us on YouTube, you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And when you do that, that will give you a carte blanche to be notified whenever we go on the air, or whenever we post a video or something like that. You'll be notified right there, and you'll never miss a show. And those of you who are watching us, and we thank you so much, on Instagram, all you have to do is follow us, and you'll be tagged too as well when we come on the air as well. So thank you so much for being along with us. So many things happening, and we have so little time to talk about these things, but we get to talk about them. We already know, and Brian mentioned, you know, we're in the season right now where it's getting colder, and we're in the middle of a variant, and a new variant has come along. On top of the Delta, we have this new variant called the Omicron variant. All right. And when I went to bed last night, when I was on the air yesterday, I think there were like three It hit 3 people here in New York. 3 people. I think it's up to 7 now. I think. I'm not sure. But, it's coming fast. It came out of, they say, South Africa. People flowing in from South Africa, and it's spreading quick. So by the end of the day, it's going to get to a lot of other places we didn't expect, and we were kind of expecting that it would reach the United States, and it has, and um, and I just knew it was going to reach New York too. So it's spreading fast, just like the beginning. It started to spread fast. The coronavirus, right? That's part. All of it is corona, but you have the Delta variant, which we have now. So we have two variants at the same time here. We have the Delta variant and the newest one, which is the Omicron variant. All right. So please, ladies and gentlemen, what you ought to do is be proactive. Be proactive. Make sure that you protect yourselves by wearing your mask. Carry your hand sanitizer wherever you go. They have those little bottles. You can put it in your pocket, and you can carry it whenever you go. And you touch surfaces. All you have to do is just put it on there in your hand, rub it together, and you're good to go. And of course, you want to make sure that you get vaccinated as well. This is a very good time to do it. And all Americans can do it no matter what age. All Americans at every age can do it. Children from 5 to 17 are getting vaccinated now, which is a good thing. We want to protect our children. And if you haven't been vaccinated, please do that, because it's one of those things that is needed. All right. And if you're fully vaccinated, because we have 3 vaccines, as you already know, we have the Pfizer, Moderna, and we have the J&J, Johnson and Johnson. If you have taken Johnson and Johnson, 2 months after you receive that, then you can receive your booster. And of course, you already know J&J is a one-shot deal. Now, if you're going for Pfizer or Moderna, that's 2 shots. That's 2 shots. And after the second shot, you wait 6 months before you get the booster. But by all means, get the booster. If you are eligible now for the booster, please take the booster. Now, a lot of people are still trying to get on board with this whole thing, that don't want to get shots, don't want to get vaccinated, don't want to get on board. That's why we keep announcing it here. That's why we keep announcing it here. We want to make sure that everybody is safe and everybody, do what they have to do. Now, there are numbers, telephone numbers, websites in your local area that you can look up. If you don't know where to go to find these places, you can do that. Look it up. They'll find it. People are protecting us. You've got these tents out in the middle of the street. I don't know about in your area, but I know in New York, you go like in Midtown, Manhattan, you have these tents where you can get tested, and of course, you can get vaccines from your pharmacist, and maybe your primary doctor has a supply of vaccines, and you can get vaccinated there. There are a lot of places to go. It's not short of anything. It's free. You don't have to pay anything out of your pocket. It's okay. I understand now they're coming out with this home testing, now, where you can get tested from home. You can test yourself at home. Personally, I rather go to a center and do it. I rather do it that year, because I don't know anything about those things, how to do it. I'm pretty sure it's simple once you get the instructions, but I don't trust myself, so I'd rather. But the good news is that they're coming out, and I understand that's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. That's what I hear. I'll look more into it, and you could do that the same thing by looking at some of the news, and they announce it, and you can check it out then. As you already know, we weren't here last week, right? We weren't here last week, and we're going to stay on this topic that we're on now, because that's where this ties in. Because of the Thanksgiving holiday, a lot of people took trips. A lot of people flew out. A lot of people did this. A lot of people did that for the Thanksgiving holiday. We weren't here last week because of the holiday, but we're back. And people have traveled. All of the airports, no matter where you go, were full. People were going out. People were coming in. And so and if you were in a company and your family, everybody in your family were vaccinated and you were in that company, well then I think you're all right. I think you're okay. But you want to be on the safe side anyway. When you make a trip like that and then you come back, we advise you to get tested once again. It's simple. It's like a 5-second test, and then you're out of there. So I would suggest that they do that if you're taking those long trips overseas and or wherever you're going. And right now, I don't recommend anyone to go outside of the country right now. People are doing it anyway for business reasons or whatever reason, but I particularly don't suggest that you do it. But if you have to, please do it with caution. Continue to wear your mask on the airlines. There are no mandations, as far as I know, to wear them for I guess for vaccinations. I don't think there's a mandate for that for the airlines. That's why you should wear your mask, because if we're not mandating the airlines, and that means you don't know who you're sitting next to when you get on the planes, right? So proceed with caution. Wear your mask on the plane. Don't give anybody a hard time about it. Just do it. It helps save lives and it'll protect you. And now, with all of that, leaving the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, that's all over. You already know that. That's all over. And then you could see that we're coming into a new holiday, which is called Christmas. We already know that. Some people, well, if you don't want to call it Christmas, we say Happy Hanukkah. By the way, Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah is on right now, so we want to say that. But then you have Christmas coming up, then you have Kwanzaa coming up, and you have all those holidays, which of course people are going to fly out again. The airports are going to be congested, and people are going to be all over the place. So please, again, since we're in the Christmas holiday, and I understand now that once we get to New Year's, the annual and the traditional holiday of the New Year's. The New Year's. I can't spit it. I'm trying to get it out. Pull it out. Get the tongue out. Cut. New Year's, right? They are going to continue with the New Year's celebration. Now, with this new variant on, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen. But I do know this. If you're going to take part in the New Year's celebration, you're going to go there to Times Square and watch the ball drop, and people from all over are going to be coming around to see that spectacle. If you're going to do that, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to make sure that you are vaccinated. They're going to ask for proof of vaccination or a proof of a test for you to get in there. If not, you're not going to get in. So that may be safe to do that. There's going to be a bunch of people doing that. I don't know how it's going to happen. I personally, I stay on the safe side and I watch it from home. But if you're going to go there live to Times Square, right there, where a lot of people are going to be congregating, and what you want to do is make sure that you have your proof of vaccination. They're going to ask you for it. No question about it. And so the mayor of New York, Mayor de Blasio, says it's going to go on as scheduled. So we'll see what happens. Let's keep our fingers crossed and make sure everybody is safe and it goes off without a hitch. And because we don't want to see anyone sick, no one sick or anything. If you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. And of course, we're here. We've got another 31 minutes to go before the show is over, so we have plenty of time. Those of you who are coming in, we would love to acknowledge you, say hello to you. And for instance, I want to say hello to Kevin Briscoe. He's getting his booster shot today. You see? Now, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you. All right. And Kevin is going to go get his booster shot today. So, Kevin, thank you so much for doing that. Really appreciate that. Let us know how it comes out. You're going to be fine, and everyone else who get their booster shot is going to be fine. And don't forget, we want to remind you, too, that every American can get their booster shots or vaccinations, because All ages are there. Again, I tell you, 5 to 17 kids are getting booster shots. All right, are getting their shots, getting their first shots, and then everyone else will get their booster shot. So there you go. Everybody's there. Again, it's all free. Thank you once again, Kevin, for doing that. And thank all of you for doing the same thing. If you're going out to get your shots, thank you. I want to say hello again, once again, to all of the people on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram for watching the show today. We thank you so much for that. It's the coffee hour. I talked myself into an oblivion, so excuse me while I shoot up. Those of you who are going to come in, you want to chat, except for you, Kevin. Don't worry about it. You're a New Yorker, so I'll take care of the weather. Give us your weather forecast when you come in. Let us know what you have, and we'll be glad to do that. I'm going to give you my weather forecast because I do have one forecast for. So we're going to get right to it. Right now, we have, as I look, we have 43 degrees outside. It's 43 degrees, and the sun is out here in New York, and it's not going to be a bad weekend weather-wise. And here's the forecast for today. Partly cloudy today. We'll have a high near 45 degrees. Winds will be west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight it's going to be mostly clear, then increasing cloudiness after midnight, low 43 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. For Saturday, tomorrow, it's going to be partly cloudy skies, high 49 degrees, winds light and variable. Saturday night, if you're going to go out, please be in mind, you should take that jacket with you. Partly cloudy skies, low 34 degrees, and winds will be west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we wind down the weekend for Sunday, that's the day if you're going to go out to church or whatever you're going to do, whatever your Sunday entails each week. It's going to be intervals of clouds and sunshine. We'll have a high around 45 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. And repeating our current temperature here in New York City, we have 43 degrees, and we'll climb a couple of notches to make it 45 today. So keep those jackets with you, and you don't have to worry about an umbrella in New York. Everything is going to be fine. No wet weather this weekend, so I'm happy about that. 43 degrees outside right now. Okay, you heard in the musical world, you heard about Stephen Sondheim. He's want to say talk about that. Stephen Sondheim. He was the central figure. Stephen Sondheim. That's I want to pronounce it right. He's a central figure in American musical theater. He died this week at the age of 91 years old. He's a legend. Of course, Stephen did so many great music work with so many artists, so many people, and wrote so many great scores. He even scored on West Side Story, as you already know, the original West Side Story back in 1961. So we want to send our condolences out to all of his family and friends and colleagues who worked with him over the years, and we want to do that. So thank you so much, and thank you for all of your work, Stephen Sondheim. Okay, so there you have it. And DJ Pete will be here in about another coming up 6 minutes, and he is going to come along and bring us information on entertainment and recite all of those birthdays, all of the people who have gotten involved in the show business area for all of those years, and he's going to be doing all of that, and that's all coming along. So I want to thank all of you people, and again, welcome back. Those of you people who are just joining us now, we welcome you back from the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you had a great one. Things are going up. If you're going out shopping for Christmas, this is a better time to do it. I hope you had a good Black Friday, because Black Friday is the day where you find all of those sales. And I can imagine a lot of people who participated in Black Friday got to the stores before they opened, because they want to make sure they're in line first so they can get the items that they need. And if you didn't get the item that you need or the item that you want, keep trying. Because the way I see it, after the Christmas holiday, things are going to go up. Everything is going to go up, from gasoline to jelly beans. It's going to go up, because we're into this thing now where they call it inflation, and everything is inflated now, like a balloon. like the balloons there in the Thanksgiving parade, right? Everything is going to be inflated. And so, what you want to do, you want to get your holiday gift shopping out of the way as much as you can. All right, just look for the best buys as much as you can. I understand when you shop online, it's crowded there as well. So everything is hard to get. I think the biggest thing too are electronics. People, especially for the kids, they want these electronic things going on, and uh, people are looking for that. They're all going off the shelves really quick. So see if you can get in there quick to do all of your shopping and make it. And because there you go. And then the New Year's is coming on. I like to talk about the New Year's too because I like to look at that. After all of that, I call that after New Year's light at the end of the tunnel because we've gotten through all of the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. And after that, those major holidays are behind us, and we look forward. And I like to look forward too because I know not too far after that, maybe months after that, summertime will be coming along again. And I stress summer to come back as quick as you can. Although we haven't had a lot of cold weather so far here in New York, and I haven't seen any snow either. And just talking about that, I don't want to talk it up because I'm not a winter person. I'm not a winter person, as you already know. Uh, I'm glad to live through it, but I am just not a winter person. But for those of you who like the winter, please, enjoy yourself. You could have my share of it. And there are a lot of people who are going to give gifts this season from the heart. They're going to visit these places where they drop off coats and toys for the children who are a little bit underprivileged than the rest of the other kids will be getting things. And people will be dropping toys off. And there are a lot of places you can go to do that. Now, I don't know offhand. I don't know your places around the world. And even in New York, I'm not going to even entertain the thought of even telling you what places to go. What I suggest you do is go online and Google it and find out, where are places where you can drop off these things. People are dropping off food. Canned goods and coats, winter coats and jackets and toys for the kids. And that's a good part. A lot of people are doing that. So there you go. So there's so many things to do. Later on in the program, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking, giving you my picks for this weekend, my pick of the week, and for this weekend. The classic movies that you enjoy, that comes from Turner Classic Movies, that's all coming along. And we're going to be doing that. That's all coming up. And of course, I want to say, let's see, DJ Pete has a weather forecast for me, so I'm going to read that. He'll be coming in a couple of minutes, but he wants to get his weather out of the way, so we're going to do that. Out in Portland, Maine, that's where he resides. The weather forecast in the USA right today. High 36 degrees. That's what he has, a high 36 degrees. Overnight, he's got 19 degrees with gale warnings this morning and sunny this afternoon in Portland, Maine. It's going to be sunny in Portland, Maine. It's going to be 36 degrees out there, shivering cold. And tonight, batten down the hatchets, it's 19 degrees in Portland, Maine. And thanks a lot for that, Pete. I think I'd rather stay here in New York for the time being. Maybe I'll visit you out there in Portland, Maine in the summertime, but I'll stay here in New York or where the weather is a little warmer. Yesterday here in New York, we almost reached around 60 degrees. So they used to call that, the Indian summer? I don't think they call it that anymore for obvious reasons. But it's warm weather. It's a late summer. And so we had like almost 60 degrees. So there you go. Anyone else, you're coming in. If you're outside of New York, you're coming in. If you're outside of New York and you want to talk to us, please feel free. We would love to hear from you. And plus, we would love you to give your weather forecast for wherever you are. Not if you're in New York, though. If you're in New York, it's okay. We're fine. I just gave that away. So everything is looking good. Okay, so again, we're here live coming out of New York City in our studios. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned the new variant that came along. Please keep in mind that if you're going to be indoors anywhere, please And if you don't know anyone, you don't know the status of people, whether they got vaccinated or not, please wear your mask indoors. All right, because we want to get over this Omicron uh, variant. So we got two to deal with. Also, it's the flu season too, so get your flu shots as well. Want to protect yourself all the way around. The flu season is here. We've got the two variants here. We got the Delta and the Omicron. When you thought you had it nailed down, there it is again. We're right back where we started from. However, they're not predicting that they're going to shut down anything at this particular time, at least not in New York. We're not talking about any lockdowns, shutdowns, or anything like that. So we're waiting around to see what happens. But please, ladies and gentlemen, please be in mind that these things are very important to all of us, and that we need to protect ourselves from this variant. And we'll get by it. But get vaccinated. Right now, we're going to go over to Portland, Maine. I just gave the weather forecast over there, and DJ Pete is along with us right now. And DJ Pete, welcome back, and I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, Frank. Thank you very much.
Good.
Omnichrome, is that what you said? I'm trying to figure out what Omnichrome is.
Omicron. It's spelled Omicron. Or maybe I should have said cron. Omicron. People pronounce it both. Some people say Omni and some people say Omni.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're from.
Omicron is how the Greeks pronounce it.
Okay. Are you Greek?
Anyway, Omnichrome sounds like something you put on your car.
It does. Only in this case, I don't want this on my car.
No, you don't. No, I don't think anyone would want it. It probably won't do anything to your car, but still. So I only got a few names this week,
okay.
And we're going to start off with born November 29th, 1917, Merle Robert Travis, American country and western singer, songwriter, guitarist, born in Rosewood, Kentucky. One of his well-known songs is 16 Tons. So whenever you hear 16 Tons on the radio or someone playing it, think of Merle Travis, because he did it. He had a unique style of finger-picking his guitar, somewhat from the era of the 1920s ragtime music. Let's see. Also this week, born December 1st, 1933, Lou Rawls, American record producer, singer, composer, and actor.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Love was one of his famous tunes. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
That one there. He was born in Chicago, raised by his grandmother in city South Side there. And he has a really unique voice for all his music here. And lastly, I have Bette Midler, born December 1st, 1945, American singer, songwriter, actress, and comedian. Over the last, I don't know how many years, she was on tour with her own performances, doing comedy and singing live on stage. Her career spans over 5 decades. She got 2 Tony Awards, and one of her famous tunes is a cover version of Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Yeah,
the 1940s.
I remember that.
So, and that's what I have this week.
Oh wow! And nobody does the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy like the Andrews Sisters.
No.
Bette
Midler did a really good cover of it.
You can't top it. Although Bette Midler, she did a good cover on that one, but no one could top the Andrews Sisters on that one. That's it.
No.
You know me, Pete. That even in my DJ days, I don't like cover. I'm not a fan of cover records.
Yeah.
Although there are some that I say, hey, that's pretty good. You know, and there are exceptions. For instance, the one comes to mind, Aretha Franklin, "Respect." That's a cover record. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's a cover record that was written by Otis Redding, and it was written and recorded by him. And Aretha Franklin took it in 1960, 67, I believe it was, and made it her own. That's an exception. But other than that, and even when it comes to movies, I don't like remakes, not that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I got birthdays too.
Sure.
Are you? No, are you finished though?
Let's hear what you have.
Okay. Actress and Julianne Moore is 61 today. Actress Daryl Hannah is 61 as well. Twins, got twinsies here. Actress Melody Anderson, you may not know who she is, a good friend of mine. Haven't seen her in a long time. I'm trying to get in touch with her now. Melanie Anderson played in Flash Gordon, I believe it was.
Yeah.
She's 66 today, and I hope if Melody is watching, hello, I'm going to try to get in touch with her. I haven't seen her in a long time. Ozzy Osbourne, who bites the head of bats and spits it out to the audience, right? So I was told. I don't know how true that story was. He bit the head off the bat. He's 73 today. And let's see, pop singer, game show. I don't know if you remember this lady, P.J. Morgan, not the bank, J.P. Morgan. I'm sorry, J.P. Morgan, but it's not the name of a bank. There's a name of a bank called J.P. Morgan, but this was a pop singer back in the '60s. She was a game show panelist, and she's still with us. She's 90 years old today. And last but not least, the late Andy Williams would have been 94 today. And those are all of my birthdays. There you go. Everyone's celebrating a birthday in the month of December. Awesome. Yeah, But I don't know. There you go. So are you ready for the other major holidays, Christmas and New Year's? You ready for that? You ready to tackle?
Yeah. So I haven't got much to do. I'm staying home.
I think that's safe. I think that's wise.
To be honest, with the pandemic going on, and I mean, most of my family, we have to travel a distance.
Yeah.
They have to travel to come see us. So
yeah.
So we're going to just take it easy and stick around here. I think in January we're going to Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
We had tickets last year to go to Texas, but couldn't use them because of the pandemic going on. So the airline made a deal, and we could hold on for a while and then book another flight somewhere else. So we decided to go to Nashville. It's a great town to go to if you're ever, for anyone here in the States or anyone visiting.
Yeah.
Great music town, and I've been there before, and I'm looking forward to going again.
It hurts to cancel a trip like that. It really does. Before the pandemic, almost 2 years ago, before the pandemic, I was booked to go to two places, Italy and France, and I had to cancel. I was so looking forward to it, and then the pandemic came on. The original pandemic came on. I was so looking forward to. So it does hurt. I'm going to get to Italy. I'm going to get to France. I'm going to get other places. Haven't been to Las Vegas in a long time. Haven't been anywhere. So I'm just taking it easy. Just like you, I'm going to spend Christmas here in New York.
Yeah, last year we were supposed to go to Italy also.
Yeah.
And obviously that never happened.
Yeah.
But Vegas. I'd love to go to Vegas. We should go to Vegas sometime, Frank.
Yeah, that would be great, Pete. I'll take you up on that one. We should meet out there.
Bring Brian and a few other friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Be our own Ocean's 11 crew.
Well, something that'll be a great idea. I'm not much of a gambler at all.
No, neither am I, but I love to watch.
Yeah, I love to watch, and I love and I like to go out there and watch the shows. So yeah, a lot of things to do. Pete, what does it look like? You going to be here next week, or we're going to play it by ear?
We're going to play it by ear.
Okay.
I know I have to work working Thursday in Boston
Uh-huh.
and coming back Friday. So if I get up Friday morning when I'm in Boston, I can call in. So,
Okay. Nevertheless, we'll talk to you either way. Okay.
yeah.
Have a great weekend.
Definitely.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see.
Other than that, shout out to you, Brian, everybody watching and listening today, and we'll see you next week.
You got it. You take care of yourself.
All right, bye.
Okay, that was DJ Pete, of course. He's here each week, and he brings us great information, as you already seen, from entertainers in the entertaining world and reciting all of those birthdays of the week. And he does that every week right here on the Coffee Hour, as Brian does sports in the morning as well. So thank you guys for being along with us. And so he's off on his weekend now. I get off on my weekend in 10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes now. Ready for the weekend. Everybody's ready. We got to do a lot of things to be done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, DJ Pete has a show. He has a radio show. I miss radio. I really, I've been out of it for almost a year now. On the 18th of this month, 18th of this month would have been a full whole year I've been out of radio. I resigned from radio, but I miss it. I think I'm going to always miss it, being in it so long, But like they say, you never say never again. Okay, by the way, so DJ Pete has a show, and you can catch him on www.radio-airwave.co.uk, and that's on Mondays between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Also, you can catch him on his home station, WMPG Radio in Portland, Maine. And if you can't catch it on the radio, you're out of range with that. You could always go to the website, www.wmpg.org, and you can catch him there every Tuesday or every other Tuesday between 8:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. And all times are Eastern, the time zones in the United States and Canada. So there you go. A lot of entertainment to be done. And speaking of entertainment too, we have those movies that you like so much. All of those great movies you hear about, right? Movies that I love, and we call them classic movies. And these comes from Turner Classic Movies. And so these are my picks for the weekend. All right. We have Meet Me in St. Louis back in 1944 with Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien. That comes on Turner Classic Movies Saturday, tomorrow night, or I should say tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And you could watch that. It's a great musical, and I think you'll like it. Also, we have It Happened on Fifth Avenue back in 1947 with Victor Moore. That comes on Turner Classic Movies Saturday as well. You can catch that at 5:45 p.m. Eastern. And they're great movies. They're classic movies. They're great movies. Now, just because I only mentioned those two, I'm pretty sure there are more that you may like if you go to the Turner Classic Movie and you check out the guide. Go down, stream down, look down, and you'll see there'll probably be other movies. And you may say, oh, he didn't mention this. This is a good one. But it's only because these are my picks. But there are chock full of great movies on Turner Classic Movies. Also, if you're on demand, you can go on Movie on Demand and you can check out a lot of great movies from the 1940s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and almost current movies. They're all there, and you just go down the line of chock full of great movies, and you can want to spend your weekend. If you're not going out on Sunday, particularly, that's a good day to do it, because Sunday, if you're out on Saturday, Sunday you want to rest up because you have to go to work the following day. So you want to relax, have dinner, and just sit back, relax, and then catch up on some of those great movies. So there you have all of those classic movies. You could also go on demand on the networks. All of the networks are there. All of the networks that you can think of, movie networks and sporting events that you might have missed, because whatever happens on a particular day, it's usually wound up on demand the following day. So, for instance, I like wrestling. So if I miss a wrestling match, depending on what network it's on, I can always go back to that network on demand and check it out, because it's usually done the following day. So you have a lot to do. A lot to do, and of course, a lot of people want to just plain old go to the movies, like Brian is going to do on the 10th of December. He's going to go see West Side Story on the 10th of December. So anyway, let me repeat those movies, those Turner Classic movies. You have Meet Me in St. Louis in 1944, Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland and Margaret O'Brien, and that's going to happen on Turner Classic Movie Saturday, 3:30 p.m. That's tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Everything is Eastern here. When I say Eastern, you check your time zone. Check your time zone. And then you have It Happened on Fifth Avenue with Victor Moore. That's also on Turner Classic Movie at Saturday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern. So there you go. I covered all of that for you. So there you go. And so check it out. Check it out. A lot of entertainment. You can create your own entertainment. Listen, the world is not boring. Do you realize when this pandemic came on, people made lemonade out of lemons? Everyone was creative. They did everything. I know I was. I was creative. Everyone was creative. Everyone did anything. Everybody stayed home. They say, if I have to stay home, I'm going to do something while I'm here. You know, when we were all locked down, let's hope that doesn't happen now, even though we're into this Omicron variant. We don't want to, do that. Or as Pete would say, Omicron. No, I say Omicron. Omicron. I don't know. What's right? What's wrong? I don't know. You say tomato. I say tomato. You say potato. I say potato. Tomato, tomato. Potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, just in case you're just joining us, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. Excuse me while I shoot up. It's The Coffee Hour, and we're here every Friday between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern. That's where we are. And of course, there may be another time in your time zone, because if you're, let's say, 3 hours away, of course, we come on in your area 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. And if you're 2 hours away from us, and we're coming your way 8 o'clock in the morning. And so, I don't know. That just happens. I think it's, no. When I say 3 hours away, 7 o'clock in the morning if you're 3 hours away, 2 hours away if you're 8 o'clock in the morning, so forth and so on. But just check your time. Also, if you are there on Facebook, you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on YouTube, you're watching us on Instagram, please, if you're watching us on Facebook, tag all of your friends each week. Tell them about it. We're kind of coming up to the end of the program, but in the future, you know what to do. Tag your friends and bring them over to our side. For you people who are watching us on YouTube, make sure, and you can do that right now, to go onto my YouTube channel and subscribe to that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this way, whenever we go on the air live or we post a video, you will be notified, and you never, ever have to miss a show. And the same goes for you guys who are watching us on Instagram. Just follow us. And every week we come on and we pop right up there. You can see us pop up there right there. And we're there for you. And bringing you great entertainment and having a good time together. We want to thank all of you guys. I see people coming in late, but that's okay. Listen, next time, guys, get here as early as you can. Get here as early as you can, all right? And don't miss our show. We're going to forgive you this time around, but in the meantime, all of you guys who are watching, wherever you're watching, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're all around the world. We're all over the world. All over the world. So wherever you go around the world, South Africa, no matter where you are, we're right there with you, right on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. That's going to wrap it up for me, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. We're going to be back here on next Thursday for Talk Back Live. Talk Back Live. It starts at 8 p.m. from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Brian Camp will be with me, and he has a section on that show called Sports Update. He brings you the latest developments in today's world of sports and all kinds of good conversations between you and I, and we have all kinds of featured. Other than that, I will be back here next week. I hope you will too, at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern. It's the coffee hour, and we hope that you will be here. In the meantime, you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all back here next week. Till then, take care. I love you. Bye bye.